What is going on all? It's Hadex Gaming here, and if you haven't already seen, Necesse has just shadow dropped version update 0.32, the Forgotten Depths update. This update dropped during the Triple Ice showcase, and if you didn't catch it, I'll make sure it's linked in the description below. But essentially, it's just gameplay trailers with no hosts, no ads, no nonsense, just one after the other, and Necesse was lucky enough to be showcased inside of it. So let's jump into the update, the Forgotten Depths. So, let's take a look at the update. This update completes the Plains biome with a new deep cave. If you're playing on an old world, make sure that you go to a new deep cave you haven't been to before to get the new generation. In the cave, you can find new enemies, new loot, and new gear. There's also a new boss for you to defeat too. The economy and how you make big money in Necesse has been reworked. All the settler shops now have stock and a limited amount of coins that regenerate. So to make a lot of money, you now have to hire the new trader settler that's been introduced. They can sell items for you that you place in the new shipping chest. The pawnbroker is now no longer recruitable, so consider yourself lucky if you already have one. That being said though, if your pawnbroker does die, you will not get him back, so make sure that he is protected at all costs. And then there's been a bunch of other changes you can check out down below. It's now possible to automate your settler expeditions like explorer expeditions, the mining trips, and the fishing trips. This is done through a mission board that you get from a new journal challenge reward. So as you can see here, there's some for the runestones, a fishing trip for terrafish, and an expedition into the deep plains caves. All of these cost a range of coins and has a different amount of success rates. There's also mission slots down here. Here there's 3 out of 4 used. You can purchase additional slots with coins, however it does get more expensive the more you purchase. There's also a unique little condition here where you can send them to do it when you've got a certain amount of money as well. Alongside that, the Void Dungeon is now more dangerous with the introduction of some unique traps. Some of them are pretty funny, so I don't want you to get spoiled and not discover them for yourself. Here is a small teaser though. So I went and tested this. And the purple, the yellow, and the red all do unique things. They are pretty funny, and I won't spoil them, but go and enjoy them for yourself. Here's just a small teaser of one of them. Some of the other features in this update include NPC village settlers will now get angry if you destroy their village. NPC villagers will now respawn their settlers after a while if they were killed or recruited. That means if you recruited them, they will repopulate. Deep snow caves now spawn with icicles that can fall from the ceiling. The mage enchant costs are now further reduced by their happiness. Pawnbrokers now spawn in the NPC villages and can no longer be recruited. That means if you want to sell something, you can take your gear to a settlement and then sell it to the pawnbrokers, or you can hire a trader later on in the game to then sell things placed in this chest. They buffed the Carapace Dagger and a ton of fixes to issues reported by yourselves. You can read the full changelog below. As always, we'll keep a close eye on issues and balancing and push out updates as needed. Enjoy the update, everyone. Fair. So here we can see a quick little teaser of the working board. What was it called? The mission board. Here you can see the little mission board and the chest. So here are the additions. Plains Deep Caves biome, a new boss found in that biome, the Soulstorm magic weapon from the boss, Spirit Greaves from the new boss. The Spirit Greaves, I believe, is a trinket. They're not actually armor pieces, it's a trinket. The Summoner's Bestiary trinket dropped from the new boss. I believe this gives you a damage boost for every unique summon you've got. The Bark Blade melee weapon added 3 new enemies found in the Plains Deep Caves. Added the Amber and Dryad logs found in the Plains Deep Caves. Added a full set of Dryad tools and armor. This is the new Deep Plains ore, so kind of like Miscellaneous, but the one before that for the Deep Plains. Added the Dryad Great Hammer, Dryad's Bow, Dryad's Barrage Magic Weapon, Dryad Branch Summon Weapon, and all of these can be crafted on a tungsten anvil. Added some walls and doors. Added a Parry Buckler Shield. Now for you shield lovers out there, what this does is it blocks 35% of the damage. However, if you time the block correctly, it will parry the enemy's attack, giving you a short damage boost and blocking 100% of the damage. Now I haven't tested it to see if there's a cooldown, but if there's not, that would be amazing. Added a Ouija board found in the Plains Deep Caves. This adds more Dryad stacks as part of the armor sets that you'll see in the Plains Deep Caves. Added the second wind charm, added some walls, doors, columns, coffins, and torches. Added basalt floor path and pressure plates. Added the new trader settler type that can be recruited and sent out on trading missions. Now, to hire him, you need to have obtained and placed down a shipping chest obtained from the journal rewards. They've also added the mission board obtained from quest rewards. Added the Essence of Rebirth trinket crafted at the tungsten workstation. This is for use that are using the magic weapons that give you essence. Added Falling Icicle environmental hazard to deep snow caves. Added 3 new and unique traps in the Void dungeon. We went over that one earlier. Changes and miscellaneous fixes. Sending people on missions can now be automated with the mission board. That is amazing. Settler shops now have wealth and limited stock on some items. That means you can no longer just go to the pirate and bulk buy 1,000 dynamite. Pawnbrokers can now no longer be recruited, so if you've got one, make sure to protect it, and if you don't, best visit the settlers if you need to sell anything. Miners and pawnbrokers will now spawn in newly generated NPC villages. Renamed the traveling merchant to the exotic merchant, as I think the traveling merchant may have been too similar to the trader. Mage enchant costs are now further reduced by their happiness, so if you've got a mage who is 100% happy, he's going to have even bigger discounts for you. The NPC village settlers will now get angry if you destroy their village. NPC villagers will now respawn their settlers after a while if they were killed or recruited. And then finally, they increase the carapace dagger, attack speed and damage slightly. And then for the remainder of the fixes, fix the mini biomes colliding with the dungeon entrance, fix the zombies in friendly watch cabin disappearing when using nearby ladder. Fixed being able to dismount in other ways from the witch broom when you shouldn't, the regen debug command not working correctly in some areas, fixed settlers sometimes being slow at getting going after having talked to them, fixed the slime dome and star barrier buffs not showing when in the water, fixed a handful of mobs and treasures not being to show in the adventurer's journal, and fixed a bug where the butcher's cleaver would extend food buffs on hits, plus some other small changes and fixes. So that is it for this update. This is a huge update. And of course, they didn't show us this prior to this. They just shadow dropped it during the Triple I showcase, which I'll have linked in the description down below. Even if you're not just there for checking out Necesse, there is a ton of other games in there that look amazing. So just to summarize, there is the new biome, the new boss, the new mission board, and the new NPC, the trader. And to me, that is a huge update and it's going to change how everyone plays the game. As always with most updates, this game is now 35% discount on Steam, so if you haven't grabbed it, be sure to pick it up. And if you've got some friends wanting to try it out and you need presents for them or gifts, this is a great game, especially if you want some buddies to play it with. But as always, have yourselves a happy time zone. So that means good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you may be, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.